Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Just trying to get my stuff set up here. I think we're almost ready to go. Let's see. All right, this should work. For those of you who might be tuning in on Instagram, I've got a little music playing just for me, and if it's too loud and you can't hear, please somebody give me a note there if you can't hear, but I'll try and be loud as usual, and let's just get going. Yeah, I think everything is in order here. Today we're going to go ahead and start standing. So I want to just hop up. If that doesn't suit you, grab a seat. You can certainly start on your mats. So let's go ahead and let the arms hang by the sides, close down the eyes. Maybe stand with your big toes touching and your heels slightly apart. So allow the shoulders to relax. Allow the muscles in the face and around the jaw to find some ease. And turn your attention inward. With every inhale, you might feel the crown of the head lengthening. With each exhale, you might feel the soles of the feet get heavier into the mat. So inhaling to feel the spine lengthening and growing tall. Exhaling to feel yourself grounding down. So let's go ahead and blink open the eyes. Palms will face forward. Let's inhale the shoulders up into the ears and roll them back down. One more time. Inhale, roll those shoulders up. Exhale, release them down. From here, we're going to launch into 3 sun salutations or some version thereof. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to press the hands into the shins. Try and draw the crown of the head way out. Maybe the knees are really bent here. Hugging the belly up. On an exhale, let's go ahead and fold forward. Bend deeply into the knees. Maybe grab opposite elbows, step the feet maybe hips distance apart. Really get heavy through the torso here, hanging, finding some ease. Then we're going to pick up all 10 toes, spread them wide, drive the big toe knuckle into the mat, and then fan the toes out from that spot. Right? Engage the quads. Oh, hello, everyone. Right, engage the quads here in this easy fold. So the kneecaps are lifting. We'll release the arms if you've got them in the bind. And on the inhale, rise up. Super strong legs, the quads are driving. Exhale, let's fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, we'll plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Maybe lower the knees here. We're just going to come through a couple of shallow push-ups. Just bring the ribs to the back of the triceps. Exhale down. Inhale, press back up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. And on this exhale, we'll come all the way down to the mat. Inhale through your cobra, drawing the sternum forward. Exhale, release. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. From here, we'll press up and back, either into a child's pose or into your maybe first downward facing dog. Pedal out through the heels. Maybe step the feet forward if you prefer kind of a narrow stance. On an inhale, look forward. On an exhale, squat it back. Inhale, step to your halfway lift. Press the shins away here. Exhale and fold. Inhale, strong legs, drive those quads. Exhale, fold forward, belly's lifting, tracking away from the thighs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. This time, step back to your high plank. We'll come through those push-ups one more time. We'll drop the knees, 3 little push-ups here. Exhale down, inhale up. Slow motion down. Inhaling up, we'll lower all the way down, elbows hug in. We'll inhale, lift the chest, elbows and shoulders hug back and release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. From here, press it up and back, downward facing dog. So, in downward facing dog, if that doesn't suit your wrists or your hips, always feel free to drop into a tabletop. Or you can still press into the hands. Maybe rock from side to side to open up the wrists. Let's take one more full breath in this dog or tabletop. Exhaling completely. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, squat it back. Inhale, step it all the way to the front of the mat. Half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up. Strong legs here, feet are driving. Exhale, fold. Half lift, shoulders back, low back is flat. Plant the hands, step back. We're gonna come through a traditional vinyasa here if you want it. That simply means exhale, push up. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. So in down dog, maybe bring some weight to the base of the thumb and the pad of the forefinger. Right, really try to drive into the mat to ease some of the pressure on the wrists. On an inhale, look forward. Exhale, squat it back. We'll step to the top of your mat, half lift. Exhale and fold. This time, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. We're headed to chair pose. So in chair, kind of upright, shoulders are right over the hips, pubic bone is curled forward, pinkies roll in, shoulders hug down. Just hold for 2, hold for 1, inhale, rise up, maybe a little back bend there, exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale, shoulders back, plant the hands, step back to high plank. You can lower the knees. We're going to come through a vinyasa here. That's exhale, push up. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll turn the left toes and step the right into a high crescent lunge or a warrior 1. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll just switch out the legs. Step that left foot back. Step the other foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to high plank. Here's that vinyasa. We're meeting in down dog or tabletop if that's better for you. Inhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. So about 5 breaths here. Always feel free, right, to find a different pose if that's better. One more sun B variation here. Let's inhale, look forward. Exhale, squat it back. Inhale, top of the mat, half lift. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, find that upright chair. We'll hold. Keep breathing here, pinkies in, shoulders down. If you can weight the heels, hold 3, hold 2, hold 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Here's that vinyasa if you want it. Exhale, push up. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. We'll turn the left toes, step the right. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, plant and switch out the legs. Stepping the right foot back, left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Here's that vinyasa. We're headed to down dog. Inhaling up. Exhaling up and back. Downward facing dog. So, really driving through the base of the hands here. You might even drive the pinkies away from one another energetically on the mat. It'll take a little load off of the wrists. On an inhale, look forward. Exhale, squat it back. Inhale, step, or maybe you're ready to spring forward. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, finding that chair pose. We'll hold, maybe weight the heels, holding 3, holding 2, and 1. Rise up, exhale and fold. Strong legs here, halfway lift. And from here, plant the hands and we're gonna step the left foot back. So step the left foot back and we'll lower that back knee. If you like a little padding underneath that knee, I like to roll over my mat. Make sure you're not right on the kneecap. Maybe scoot the front toes forward a little bit so the knee's not beyond the ankle. And let's just find this crescent moon. See if you can lift the torso up out of the hips, maybe the hands press into the front knee. Maybe you're ready to open up as the fingertips reach back, the shoulders hug down. Right? And the more you drop into the hips, the more that back hip flexor is going to open up. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we'll release it down. And from here, exhale back to your half splits. So we're driving the hips to the heel. The right foot is flexed, and that whole front leg is tracking back from your half splits. On an inhale, let's go ahead and rise all the way up, hips to high crescent lunge. Rise up. We'll plant the hands, step back, and we're just going to switch out the legs. So step that right foot back and bring the left leg forward. We'll lower the back knee, maybe give yourself some padding. Scoot those front toes forward so your knee is not forward of the ankle. And then maybe you're ready for a back bend. Maybe you just press into the knee and try to lift the torso up out of the hips. Sternum is tracking up. Maybe the fingertips reach. One more inhale. Exhale, half splits. Drive the hips toward the heel. And then those front toes are gonna flex and the whole left femur is plugging back. Belly tracks away from that leg. On your next inhale, rise up. Warrior one or high crescent. All the way up. And all the way down. Let's come through a vinyasa. We're gonna meet in downward dog. And we're gonna come through about a dozen standing postures. It's just yoga, but if you're familiar with the Ashtanga Yoga Primary Series, it's a bunch of stuff just to focus on lengthening the hamstrings, core strength, and opening the hips. All right. When you're ready, let's keep the left foot planted and inhale the right heel high to the sky. See if you can keep the shoulders square, so weight is evenly distributed in the palms. On an inhale, stack the hips. Keep your right shoulder tracking down. Maybe you can drag the heel in toward the seat and press the knee toward the sky. Check in with the left quad. Is it engaged? On an inhale, re-extend, square the hip in its socket. Exhale, knee to nose, and foot between the hands. From here, we're gonna rise up, warrior one. So the back heel drives down. If this doesn't feel good for you, lift the back heel, find high crescent. So we're trying to scissor the inner thighs, pinkies hug in, shoulders drag down. We'll hold each of these standing poses about 5 breaths. I suspect we're about 3 in here. One more inhale. And on your exhale, we'll drop the back heel and open out to warrior two. The right leg is forward, the left leg is driving back. So maybe you can drop down into that warrior a little more, a little deeper. Right? Hips are opening, but the back body is still plugging in. Right? Same with the fingertips, they're reaching way out, but the shoulders are hugging down. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse that warrior. Back fingertips or top fingertips reach back, shoulder plugs down. Check that back quad. Drive the pinky toe side of the foot and hug the whole left hip upward. On an exhale, elbow to knee, arm sweeps up and over for extended side angle. Palm can face down, or rotate the pinky down and the thumb up for more external rotation in that shoulder. Exhale, gaze down, 2 strong legs, reverse. And then cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. We're gonna revolve our extended side angle. Left hand plants, right hand might start at the low back. Maybe you twist all the way through here. Traditional Ashtanga alignment has the hand, that left hand on the pinky toe side of the foot. If that doesn't feel great, just set it wherever makes sense. On an exhale, release it down. And from here, straighten both legs. Warrior 2 feet, we're headed to triangle pose. So right fingertips reach way out, strong back leg. Right? We'll find the shin underneath that front hand. Belly tracks up, fingertips to the sky. 2 strong legs. Can you lift the torso up and out of the hips? Can you breathe space into the left ribs? One more inhale. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse. And then we're gonna revolve our triangle. Hands to the hips. Press the right hip point, that left hip point forward, right hip point back. Reach the left fingertips way out. Find the front shin. Right hand will find the low back. Yeah, maybe this is enough. Maybe you send the fingertips north. But whatever you've chosen, scissor the inner thighs and track the belly away from the right leg. One more inhale. Exhale, release it down. We'll inhale, rise all the way up. And from here, we're headed to pyramid pose. So let's bring the hands to the hips here just to check in. We're gonna drive the back hip forward, the right hip crease back. Hug the belly in. Let's lift up. 2 strong quads as we exhale, fold. Maybe leave the hands at the low back. Belly is hugging up so that there's no sort of, you can see this booty pop variety. We're curling the pubic bone forward and reaching. One more breath here in this pyramid pose. And then we're headed to warrior 3. Bend the front leg, maybe find the mat. Right, or the left foot presses back. Right, belly is lifting. Back femur is driving forward. One more inhale in this warrior 3. Exhale, release the left foot to meet its partner. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, 2 strong quads. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're gonna come through a couple of balancing poses standing on the left leg first. So first we're going to Uttanasana, Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. Inhale the right leg, high. Right, hug that knee as closely into the ribs as you can. Maybe grab the big toe and extend. If you're there, maybe you open out, right? Even as the big toe is driving, right, the whole right hip is trying to drive down into its socket. Right? One more inhale. Exhale, we'll come through center. Maybe give the hamstrings some help. We're gonna see if you can flex the toes and keep this hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Release. Give that left leg a shake. One more balancing posture. On this left leg, we're gonna come into tree pose or half lotus. So, tree pose, just make sure you're not pressing the foot into the side of the knee joint. So shin, inner thigh, floor, whatever works, right? So inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, arms open. So in this tree, hard left quad, right hip is opening out, but also plugging in toward the midline of the back body. One more breath here. We'll inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hug that knee in. Maybe you can have this hold. Maybe you're ready to give that left leg a break. But if you can, hold here for 3 and 2 and 1. Release. Nice work. Shake that out. Let's bend the knees. Sweep the arms up and overhead. And let's wring it out here. See if you can keep the knees level. Right fingertips are gonna reach back. Inhale up. Exhale, left fingertips back. Inhale, center. Let's exhale and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Here's your vinyasa, if you want it. Once again, checking in on the technology. Hello, team. Hi, everybody. If the music is weird, someone give me a yell. There's a little music playing here, but it looks like no one has complained. Awesome. So, from a down dog, let's keep the right foot planted this time. Left leg reaches high. We're gonna level the weight in the shoulders and then stack the hips, left heel to left seat, but the left palm stays heavy. On an inhale, re-extend. On an exhale, knee to nose and foot between the hands. From here, inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge if the heel is lifted, or warrior 1. Right, we're trying to drive the left hip back and the right hip forward. Sternum is driving up. Shoulders are driving down. One more inhale in warrior 1, then we'll open out warrior 2. So make sure the front knee is tracking out. Make sure the knee is behind the ankle. Trying to open up the hips, but still plug them into the midline of the back body. Inhale forward, exhale reverse. Super strong right hip here. The back foot is driving, the whole leg is charged. On an exhale, extended side angle. Elbow to knee, or maybe you find a mat. Left arm sweeps up, that's your right arm sweeps up and over. Maybe palm down, maybe pinkies down. But whatever you've chosen, track the belly away from the left leg. On an inhale, let's reverse. And on the exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands. Back heel might lift. And we'll find simple twist. Right? Gonna try and turn this music down a little bit. Hello. Total disaster. I got it. Where were we anyway? I'm not even sure. Let's see. Thank you for your patience, team. Instagram. Sorry, light chaos here. Where were we? Simple twist, right? Let's bring the hands to the mat. Then we'll straighten both legs. Yes, we're headed to triangle. The left leg is forward. Let's reach out over the left toes. And then find the shin under the front hand. Right arm presses up. Right, so we're trying to drive the hip points forward and the mid-back back. Maybe curl the pubic bone forward slightly. Two strong legs. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse. On the exhale, hands to the hips. Then we're going to find twisted triangle. So right fingertips reach way out. Maybe you keep the left hand at the low back. Right, then you'll find the shin or possibly the mat. And then inhale those left fingertips high. Right, the inner thighs are scissoring. And the mid-back is pressing away. One more inhale. Exhale, release it down. We're finding pyramid pose. So let's rise up, get set up in the legs, right? So the back hip is dragging forward, front hip crease is dragging back. Lift up, strong legs, don't block out the front knee and fold into pyramid. Right? See if you can release any tension in the back of the neck. We're headed to warrior three from here. So we'll bend the front knee, press the mat away. The back foot is flexing firmly, and the belly and ribs are tracking away from the earth. Let's hold one more. Inhale, and on an exhale, release. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold, and then rise up. From here, we'll do those balancing postures on the right leg. So, starting with hand to big toe. On an inhale, find your standing knee raise. Maybe you grab a hold of the big toe, and then open out. Right? The inner thigh, whether you've got the toe or the knee, is trying to track in toward the armpit. I mean, theoretically, right? One more inhale, and on the exhale, come back through center, and we'll hold for 3, and 2, and 1. Release. Get that right leg a little break. And then tree pose, right? Or half lotus if you prefer. So super strong quad, fans of that, toes of the right foot are fanned out. Avoid the knee joint. We're driving the left hip out, but can you plug the left, sorry, I can't balance and talk at the same time. Can you plug the left hip back into its socket? All right, one more inhale. Exhale, knee to the chest. We'll extend, last hold for 3, and 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Bend the knees, belly in, pubic bone curls forward. Let's rise up through your chair pose. Hug the ribs back, pubic bone up, tailbone drags long. Holding 2, holding 1. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. We're going to meet in down dog. If you'd like, you can stop in crow pose on the way. Right? That's just bending into the knees, maybe putting the kneecaps right into the armpits if they'll go. Maybe the toes lift, maybe they don't. We'll head to down dog. We're going to come through those standing postures with a little more dynamic movement, right? One couple of breaths per pose. You might throw in a little shoulder opener here and there. So on an inhale, let's look forward. On an exhale, squat it back. Inhale, step or spring, top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Finding a chair. Right. Maybe interlace the fingers. Drive the palms up and the shoulders down. Let's hold 2, hold 1. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus, sternum drives up and away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine. From here, we're just gonna step the left toes back. You might train track the feet. We're headed to warrior 1. So inhale, up, warrior 1. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Now from here, we're coming into eagle arms, right? So we're gonna take the left arm and sweep it under the right. The back heel will lift, right? So now we're in a high crescent lunge with eagle arms, right? So see if you can drag the right shoulder down, right? It's really hugging down the back. Elbows are moving away from the body, even as the shoulder hugs down. We'll release and rise up. We'll open once more into warrior 2. Right, reach it forward. Reverse your triangle. We'll straighten the front leg. On an exhale, bend the front knee, extended side angle. Maybe the pinky or the fingers find the pinky toe side of the foot. Left arm sweeps up and over. One huge strong line from left pinky through the left pinky fingers. Right, exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse. Cartwheel the hands. Left hand plants. Right hand lifts. Extended side angle, revolved. On an exhale, release both hands to the mat. We'll straighten up and find triangle pose. Right fingertips reach. Find the shin, the floor, the big toe. Left arm reaches up. Press the hip points forward. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse. Hands to the hips on the exhale, revolve triangle. The left fingertips come out. Flatten the low back by drawing the belly up. Left hand finds the shin or the mat. Right fingertips press up. Maybe the gaze follows. Hug the belly away from the leg. Exhale, gaze down and release. Find your pyramid pose. Maybe the hands are at the hips. Maybe they're on the mat. Make sure you're not locking out that front knee. One more inhale for length. One more exhale to draw in. From here, warrior 3, bend that left leg, rise up. See if you can flex the left heel firmly. And on an exhale, release that foot to meet its partner. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Standing on the left leg, we're gonna find our balancing postures. Inhale, standing knee raise, or hand to big toe. We'll exhale, open. Inhale back through center. We'll hug it in. We're headed right to tree pose or half lotus from here. If you can, let's go ahead and transition into tree or half lotus. We'll inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms open. Right, shoulders, elbows plug down. On an inhale, find center. Exhale, knee to the chest. We'll extend and hold. Last hold this side, promise. Holding 3 and 2 and 1. Release. Shake it out. From here, arms up and over. Exhale and fold. Keep the quads strong. Halfway lift, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands. You might stop in crow if you want. You might come right through that vinyasa. Or you might be waiting for us in child's pose or down dog or whatever. Right, so other side. This time we're going to keep the right foot planted. Inhale, left toes high. Stack the hips, heavy left palm so the shoulders stay square. On an inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Maybe widen out the stance. From here, right arm sweeps under. That right heel might lift, and now the hips square. We're back in a high crescent lunge. Left shoulder hugs down. Right, elbows are reaching away from the body. One more inhale. On the exhale, carefully release the bind. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open warrior two. From here, we'll reach forward and reverse your triangle. Then extended side angle. Right elbow to right knee. Back onto 12 o'clock. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse, strong back leg. Finding your extended side angle revolved. Right hand plants. Left hand lifts. Belly is tracking away from the left leg. Exhale, gaze down. We'll inhale, straighten both legs. We're headed to triangle pose. Left leg is forward. So two strong quads. Reach out. Find the shin. Press those right fingertips up. On an exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse. And then we'll revolve. So right fingertips will reach out. Maybe the left hand finds the low back. We're going to revolve our triangle. Right, belly's tracking firmly away from the left leg. And the inner thighs are scissoring. On an exhale, release it down into your pyramid pose. Right, so still the hips are scissoring in. Right, the sternum is tracking way out. Make sure you've got a little bend in that front knee. Headed to warrior three. Bend the left leg, drive the mat away. Belly and ribs are tracking away from the earth. Back heel is driving in. One more inhale. And on the exhale, release it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up. So, last set of balancing poses on the right leg. Yeah, so right leg. So left toes come up. And maybe you open out, hand to big toe, or hand to the knee. Try to plug that lifted leg in. We'll come through center. Foot flexed, femur driving back. And we'll go right, to tree pose from here, right? Or half lotus, whichever works. Right? Make sure you're not tweaking your knees here. Inhale up. Exhale, branches come wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, knee to the chest. Last hold. Promise. 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice job. Shake it out. Let's bend the knees. Sweep the arms up. Once more, let's wring it out. Right fingertips reach back. Knees stay level here. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale and fold. From here, we'll step the feet just wide of your mat, coming into a wide angle forward fold. Right, so inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. So the toes are in, the heels are slightly out, the knees are bending, and just bend your knees as deeply enough to get your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and let's really charge the legs here. Drive the big toes into the mat, pull the ribs and the belly away from the earth to stabilize the lumbar spine, then exhale and fold. Continuing to drive the feet and drive the sits bones up and away in the back body. One more full breath. Take the inhale to find some length. Take the exhale to hug in. On an inhale, halfway lift. On an exhale, we're going to find Skandasana, side lunge. We'll bend into the left leg. You might drop down and lift the toes. I prefer kind of a high Skandasana here with my pinky still grounded. Make sure you're not locking out that right knee if you're in this more upright pose. There's a twist here if you want it. On an inhale, let's come back through center. Exhale, other side. So again, you could drop it down so the heel is planted and the toes are driving up, or you can keep that nice high Skandasana. Don't lock out that left knee. Be careful with the inner groin. On an inhale, come back through center. Drive the big toe mounds, drive the sits bones, and then fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale the hands to the hips. Inhale to lift all the way up. And we'll step it back to the top of the mat. From here, inhale the arms up. Exhale and fold. From here, step the feet, about hips distance apart. Little IT band stretch. So bend deeply into the knees or into the, let's start with the right leg. Right? Bend the right knee, down the right hand, and find this twist. Left fingertips will reach up. You can kind of kick the hips toward the left. Hug the belly away from the legs here. And on an exhale, we'll switch it out. Left knee, left hand finds the mat. Right arm stretches up. The belly is still tracking away from the compression of the left leg. Maybe kick the hips out to the right. On an exhale, release it down. Halfway lift, inhale. And from here, let's find a seat coming all the way down onto the mat. Kind of adjust this a little bit. And you can go ahead and find your, let's see, that's probably a little better. You can find a seat with the legs extended. Maybe grab the flesh of the bum and pull it north. Right, so you can see the heels kind of walk back, and you're sitting more on tops of your legs than you are on a nice comfy part of your butt. Right, so treat these seated postures as if they were standing. Right, so drive the balls of the feet into an imaginary floor. Strong legs, even here the quads are engaged. So let's lift up and reach. See if you can bring as much attention to hugging the belly and the ribs up and back as you are. We tend to focus on trying to drive down, right? Driving the chest down. But instead, tighten up this angle from the inside, right? Hug the ribs and the belly back as the sternum drives forward. Maybe a little bend in the knees here. Strong feet, strong quads. One more inhale, one more exhale. We'll release that bind, and we'll come into Janu Sirsasana, which is basically tree pose in a seat. So we'll keep the left leg straight, sole of the right foot finds the inner thigh. Right, again, strong standing leg. Yep, there's a little twist here. Sternum's gonna track out over the left toes. Inhale the right arm high and reach across for the outside of your shin. Left arm will follow and reach the inside of the shin. Right? Maybe you can grab the foot. But see if you can inhale the sternum up and exhale the ribs and belly back. Strong standing leg, shoulders are back. One more, inhale, and the exhale. On an inhale, lift up. There's a full vinyasa here for those of you who want it. You could plant the fists and lift up. You can cross the feet. Ugh. Making weird noises is highly recommended, but optional. We're going to come back through for tree pose with the right leg extended. Janu Sirsasana A. Right, so same thing. We're trying to draw the flesh of the bum out of the way. Lift the left fingertips high and reach it around. Right fingertips come up and reach. Right sternum is tracking out beyond the front toes. Belly, ribs, femur are all driving back. One more, inhale. One more, exhale. We'll lift up. And again, there is a vinyasa here if you want to. Plant the hands. Lift the hips up. Again, when you can sort of hug the belly and the ribs up and in, it really helps find those weird little lifts, which are of course unnecessary if you don't want them. Let's come into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So soles of the feet can come together. If this troubles the knees, you keep the heels way out. Right, you might just come into a wide angle forward fold, but if it suits you, soles of the feet together, maybe they even open up the soles of the feet like a book, and the heels can come in. On an inhale, lift the shoulders and drive, or lift the sternum rather, and drive the shoulders back. On an exhale, sternum tracks way out, belly and ribs track back. See if you can bring some ease to the neck. Make sure you're not tightening up through the muscles of the face. And from here, we'll go ahead and round the back. So the belly is tracking way back. Maybe the forehead even meets the feet. On an inhale, lift up. On an exhale, you can find that vinyasa if you want it. But we're going to meet with the left leg extended to work on a seated twist here. So left leg extended, right foot is going to come up, and the whole right hip sits bone will be off of the mat. You need about 3 fists between your inner thigh and the right sole of the foot. So on an inhale, lift up, and on an exhale, fold forward. So essentially in Marichyasana A, you've got a hamstring stretch on the left side and a hip opener. If you drive that right foot firmly down and press the right elbow or the right tricep against the right shin. It's kind of like an archer drawing back her bow. But whichever works for you, you might be more interested in opening up through the hamstring, or maybe you sit up a little taller and lean into this hip opener on the right. One more full breath. We'll take the breath in. We'll take the breath out. We'll inhale to lift up, and we're going to find that twist. So from here, the right hand will plant behind the right hip. Left arm reaches up. Now, strong left leg as you find your twist. Maybe that elbow comes all the way around in the knee. Maybe you just hang on. Right, but the stronger the left leg, the more you can inhale the sternum out of the hips and exhale to find the twist. There is a bind here. for those of you who are familiar with it. But it's totally extra, you don't have to do it. And sometimes I feel it can be a little sketchy on my front rotator, so please use caution. Let's go ahead and release. And we'll simply switch out the sides. If you want to go for that vinyasa, feel free. But I'm going to straighten out my right leg, bring the left leg up. Remember, stand up out of that right leg. Right, the ball of the foot really wants to press out. We'll inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach forward. So again, maybe you just want to emphasize this hamstring stretch on the right side. Maybe you bring the left tricep to the left hip, or the left shin rather, and open up through that left hip. Right, the belly and the ribs want to track away from the leg and the earth. Maybe check in with that right leg. Is it strong? Right, the archer drawing back her bow on that left side. On an inhale, we'll release. And then we're going to find our twist. Left hand plants. Right leg is strong. Right arm reaches up, lift the sternum, and find your twist. Maybe the elbow tucks. Maybe you just hang on. Right, but the more firmly you drive the right leg away, the more you might be able to pick the sternum up out of the hips. One more inhale. And on the exhale, release. And from here, we'll come all the way down to the mat, extending the fingertips way back and the toes way forward, finding that nice long pencil stretch. Take one more full breath in and take the breath out. From here, we're going to come into a little front body work. We've really worked the hips and the hamstrings quite a bit and haven't spent too much time on the front body. So be cautious here. But let's come into bridge pose. Right? Heels are close to the seat. Forearms and palms face down. And on the inhale, let's drive the feet and lift the hips. Right, the sternum is driving back toward the chin, and maybe you pick up one shoulder and then the next and sort of tuck it under. Try not to move the head in bridge pose. And it can be a little tentative on the neck and the cervical spine. One more inhale, feet are driving. Exhale, release. Find some stillness for at least a breath or two before you move. Letting the spine come back to kind of a more natural shape. Then we can tick-tock the legs back and forth. One more bridge pose. All right, if you have a wheel practice, feel free. On an inhale, lift the hips, one shoulder, and then the next comes under. The knees want to track parallel to one another. Keep breathing here. And on your next exhale, we'll release. Find that stillness and allow the spine to come back to its natural shape. And then tick-tock those knees from side to side. And then we'll hug both legs in. Bring the chin to the sternum and maybe roll from side to side. Now, if that's grinding your spinal column into the mat, don't. Right? But hopefully it feels like a good massage. On an exhale, bring the head back down. We'll hang on to the left knee and send the right heel out. Open up the arms to a T and we'll find a spinal twist. We can bring the left knee across, maybe gazing out over the left shoulder. See if you can ground down through that left shoulder. Maybe the maybe the knee doesn't reach the mat at all. That's fine. On an inhale, come back through center. Hug both knees in, maybe chin to chest. And then other side, the left leg extends out long. The arms open up, and we'll cross it over here. Again, the right shoulder is heavy. Coming back through center, both knees in. Chin to sternum. Give yourself the tightest, deepest squeeze. And on your next exhale, release. Find your Shavasana. Allow the feet to splay out. Bring some ease to the muscles of the face. And from here, you might observe, without judgment, any tension that remains in the feet or in the hips, and allow the earth to support that weight. You might observe, without judgment, any tension that lingers behind the shoulders and the forearms. Allow that to pass. Even the fingertips here curl without effort. And you might even feel the energy that we've cultivated together pooling in the cradle of your palms. Know that that energy will come with you through the course of your day for whatever it is that you or someone else might need. Maybe that's an act of self-care, an act of kindness, an act of isolation. The eyes are heavy in their sockets. The tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Shavasana, the absence of effort. If you have the luxury of time, I welcome you to stay exactly where you are. Enjoy this Shavasana for as long as you need it. If you're ready to close class, we'll just do it fairly informally. I bring my thumbs to my third eye and thank y'all so much for sharing this hour on the mat with me. Take care of yourselves. Namaste, y'all. Thanks, everybody. See y'all later.